Dear students, welcome to our physics class. In this class, we are going to study a new lesson, that is friction. At the end of this module, you can able to understand what is friction and what are the factors affecting friction. In our last lesson, we studied what is friction and what is its definition. So the same thing is explaining in this lesson also. We know that friction is a contact force and it always acts when two bodies are in contact. Our first topic in this lesson is friction and force of friction. We know that friction is a force and the force which opposes the relative motion between two surfaces in contact is known as friction. The force of friction always opposes the applied force. Let us discuss an activity to better understanding of this topic. Gently push a book on a table as shown in the figure A. You observe that it stops after moving for some distance. Repeat this activity pushing the book from the opposite direction as shown in the figure number B. Does the book stops this time too? Can you think of an explanation? Can we say that a force must be acting on the book opposing its motion? Yes, this force is called the force of friction. So we can say that friction opposes relative motion between the surfaces of the book and the table. You saw that if you apply the force along the left, friction acts along the right. If you apply the force along the right, the friction acts along the left direction. In both the cases, the force opposes the motion of the book. The force of friction always opposes the applied force. In this activity, the force of friction acts between the surface of the book and the surface of the table. Now let us study what are the factors affecting friction. We are going to perform another activity. Make an inclined plane on a smooth floor or on a table. You may use a wooden board supported by bricks or books. Put a mark with a pen at any point A on the inclined plane. Now let a ball move down from this point. How far does it move on the table before coming to rest? Note down the distance. Then place a sandpaper over the table and repeat the same activity and then note down the distance traveled by the ball in this case. You can observe that the ball traveled more distance through the smooth surface. So we can say that in smooth surface the friction is less, but in a rough surface the friction is more. Students, now I am going to introduce a force measuring device that is known as spring balance. What is a spring balance? Spring balance is a device used for measuring the force acting on an object. It consists of a coiled spring which gets stretched when a force is applied to it. Stretching of the spring is measured by a pointer moving on a graduated scale. The reading of the scale gives the magnitude of the force. You can observe that in a figure. Here, a weight is hanging below this spring balance. So, you can see the magnitude of force on that spring balance. Now, let us perform another activity using the spring balance. Tie a string around a brick as shown in the figure, then pull the brick by a spring balance. You need to apply some force. Note down the reading on the spring balance when the brick just begins to move. It gives you a measure of the force of friction between the surface of the brick and the floor. That means the reading shows in the spring balance gives the magnitude of the frictional force. Then you can cover this brick using a polythene cover. Then after that, again repeat this activity. You can observe that the reading of this spring balance is reduced. What is the reason? The polythene cover makes the smoothness of this brick. It reduces the friction. That means the smooth surface reduces friction. So, what is the cause of friction? Friction is caused by the irregularities on the two surfaces in contact. Even those surfaces which appear very smooth have a large number of minute irregularities as shown in the figure 2. There is surface 1 and surface 2 has some irregularities. When two surfaces are in contact, irregularities on the two surfaces lock into one another. When we attempt to move any surface, we have to apply a force to overcome interlocking. On rough surfaces, there are a large number of irregularities, so the force of friction is greater if a rough surface is involved. We see that the friction is caused by the interlocking of irregularities in the two surfaces. It is obvious that the force of friction will increase if the two surfaces are pressed harder. You can experience it by dragging a mat when nobody is sitting on it and when a person is sitting on it. So we can say that if two surfaces are pressed harder, the frictional force is increasing. Once again, what are the factors affecting friction? Friction depends upon two factors, that is nature of the surface in contact. That means friction is less on a smooth surface and friction is more on a rough surface. What is the second factor? It is how hard the surface pressed together. That means if a body has more weight, experience more frictional force. If a body have less weight, experience less frictional force. Students, in this module we discussed about friction, force of friction and factors affecting friction. Hope you understood this module. Read your textbook and watch this video. Thank you.